Hey, what's happening, everybody? I'm gonna do a little backing video here. 'Cause I know a lot of you guys who are subscribers to my channel come mainly to watch the backing videos and get some tips and things like that, or just see how things go, or how I go about doing things myself, whatever. Anyway, so I'm gonna do show you a quick little backing video I did here at the Walmart distribution center in Colton, California. I'm still here, just sitting in the door waiting for my load to be ready, but just want to at least um, go over, show you another backing here, and there is a correction in there that'll, it's always a good thing for you guys who are looking for tips on how to fix problems, because I can't show you how to fix a problem if I don't have a problem myself. So, and no matter how experienced a driver you are going to have these kind of little problems. So you're going to see it's handled actually very seamlessly, whatever, and I'll explain everything that needs to be explained there. If I miss anything, just let me know, okay? Okay, so we're going to start here with, I just got into the DC. I'm going along the first row of dock doors here, as we call it, the 100 wing. When we get to this first row of these two drop rows over here by the scale, that's where we drop the empty trailers here. In fact, I'm going to be dropping my trailer right there in between these two other JCT trailers. I'll be going right across the scale here in this, as part of my setup. Now, keep in mind here when I do this. Okay, take a note of where I start my turn from and how far I turn right. You don't always want to try to go straight into a 90-degree turn from your setup direction, because it depends on how wide the lane is. So I have a rule of thumb I use for that, and I'll get to that in just a second here. But first rule here, when I'm approaching my spot, when I start my setup, again, if you might have seen this already in some of my other videos, but I'm going to explain it again. I keep moving, and when my hood mirrors here get to the opposite side of this other trailer here, 6517, that's when I start my right turn. So just keep watching. I'm going to start it right there. Okay, now I got the... I do have a quarter of the display showing my side view here, but I will show you a full screen view of the side shot at the end of this. So if you want to see a bigger shot of it, maybe you're looking on a phone or something, or you just want a better view than what this quarter view will give you, I will show you that here in a bit. I want to be able to show you at least how both the side and front views correlate to each other, though, because you got to be able to see what kind of steering I'm doing, which you'll be able to see. You can see by the way the tractor moves, which way I'm probably steering, and we'll get into that too. But when do I start steering straight after my right turn is basically from the front of my hood to whatever's in front of me. I need to be able to fit an entire trailer length between me and that. If I can't fit a trailer between myself and it, I'm probably too close. Or I'm probably picking a target that's too far to the right, and I might end up setting up too far to the blind side of the hole that I'm trying for. So I'm gonna watch out for that. You can actually go too far to the left. If you go too far left, you just have to set up a little bit, finish your setup a little bit differently. But and in this case, I ended up setting up a little too far to the left, and you're gonna see it in a minute. And in hindsight, a simple little fix going forward, it would have made it a little bit easier getting in there. But I went ahead and I'll show you more in a second here. So see, I'm going straight ahead, using up all the space. I'm going make a hard left turn. Okay, you see here, I'm creating all the articulation or the offset with the trailer by making that hard left turn. Don't be half-assed with the steering habits. When you start steering left, make it do it rapidly there to create the offset as quickly as you can. So you don't want the trailer rolling further away from the setup area than you really need it to. Like I said, you can let it set up further over than necessary, but I mean, in fact, you're better off setting too far to the left than too far right. However, it's for a crisp setup, then make this turn sharp. Yeah, both your right turn to start your setup and your left turn, make them sharp. It's just, yeah, but keep in mind though, when you're starting your setup, the faster you're going, the faster you need to steer, or the slower you're moving, the slower you can use steering inputs. But be consistent with it though. Okay, so since I was moving a little more quickly, I needed a little more a little more rapid steering input here. Okay, now at the end of my setup, now watch what I do with my steering. I'm going straight back. You watch over here on the front view, I'm going straight back with the tractor. I'm steering left immediately because when I first finished my setup, I did notice I was set up a little bit more to the sight side than I really wanted to be. So what I did here is tried to chase it down and try to keep the trailer pointed out in front of the hole instead of in it. So as I keep coming back, the trailer's going to keep trying to pointing into the hole or at this trailer here on the side side of me. I don't want that. I want it to rotate. I want it to point out in front of my spot that I'm looking for. So you see, like I want it to pivot around a spot about 10 feet or so in front of the and right in front of the middle of my spot, and not where it pivots where it's already when I'm already in the hole. But in this case, it didn't quite work out quite that perfectly, and in a lot of cases, you need to be careful with this because when you do try to use this technique to chase the trailer down and keep it from rotating, you can get yourself into trouble because the trailer will come into the angle, into the hole at an angle, and when it comes at an angle, it increases the risk of you hitting one of the trucks or trailers in the next spots over. Okay, so I was able to chase it down enough where I thought I was able to work with it. So you see there, I knew it was still a little heavy, so you're going to see me hard left to chase it down a little bit. It is close there, but as long as I can see daylight between my trailer and that one, I'm fine. If I can keep seeing daylight all the way until the point where my tractor's squared up with my trailer, I'll be fine. I'm not going to touch this trailer. I do have to worry about the trailer on the blind side of me, though. And I'll get to that here when I do my setup correction, because you will see that. Or I will make an adjustment here, actually. And I'll get more on that in a second here. Okay, so now I'm making a hard right turn to try to get the trailer to off track a little harder. Now what I'm looking at here, okay, my tandems are lined up with the corner of this trailer. Once my tandems get past the corner of this trailer, I'm home free as far as not hitting this guy is concerned. I still have the other trailer on the other side to be concerned about though, and one of the things I'm also watching here is watching my ICC bar. How far away from this line is it getting? If it starts getting too far away from this line right here, then I become a much higher risk of hitting the trailer on the other side of me. And then when it gets to that point, if I get concerned where I'm getting a little bit too far away from the line here with this guy, I need to do one of two things. One, get out of my truck and go over to the blind side of my trailer and take a look and see how close I am to that over there. Or two, if I also, one of the things I commonly do, and you'll see me doing here, is if I'm really that concerned that I'm going to hit that one, then I must be doing something wrong with my setup. So I'm going to roll forward in a bit here, and you'll see it. And the whole reason for that is because I knew my ICC bar was further away from this line than I wanted it to be. It's not exactly a really wide spot to work with in the first place, so I mean, I don't think it's a whole 12 feet. It's that might be like 11 and a half or something. But it's less than a normal width lane. So there's an elevated risk of hitting either of these guys. Okay, I'm going to come back more, and you see I'm putting a hard left in. I'm trying to get the trailer to rotate a little bit faster, and then also set myself up for my correction. Because right now, my tandems are actually in a good spot. I like where they're positioned. Once they're there, I'm going to keep them there. I don't want them moving far away from there. If I keep trying to come back, I got two problems. The back corner of the other corner of my trailer is going to be at a higher risk of hitting the other guy, and also I could push my tandems further over that way as well, because it's a matter of how soon can I get my drive tires over the center of the lane also. So I'm going to pull forward here, hard left. And what I'm doing here, Oh, I got a red light finally. Alright. Okay. Yeah, I had to check real quick because I think my light just turned red and the lumpers just came out here to safety check my trailer. So, okay, anyway, get back to this. I'm pulling hard left forward. Now, what this is doing is creating a heavier off track or a heavier degree of articulation between the tractor and the trailer. So that's going to allow me, when I come back, to let the trailer rotate harder and roll less on the way back. So you're going to see this here. Okay, hard left and forward, not too far. I don't want to drag my tandems off from where they're at. Okay. Now, actually, I'm coming back here, I think, at this point. So you can see I have a lot harder off track. So the trailer's rotating a lot more heavily now. It's going to keep my tandems from rotating, and at the same time, I'm watching my ICC bar again, see what it does in relation to the line here. It's starting to come back toward the line, so it tells me I am safe. I'm in good shape once it's coming back this direction. And once I have that, keep these both tracking where they in a good spot. But I'm going to overshoot my drive tires. You're going to see this here. You need to pay attention to what's going on with the front of your trailer. Don't sit here and fixate on the back of your trailer. Know what's going on with the front of it too. And you can use your drive tires as an aid to help with figuring out where your front of your trailer is. Okay, so I'm going to stop right here. Okay, my drive tires are a little bit past center. My tandems are centered for the most part. Remember, again, it is a slightly narrower lane. My drive tire is overshot by a little bit. You can see my trailer pointing a little bit toward this trailer here. Not too heavily, but I don't want it to be straight back and forth. If I need to square back up with the trailer and do what you call a textbook 4x4 technique, you need to overshoot the trailer by a little bit. But just don't overshoot by a long way, because one, the back of the trailer could hit the side of this trailer. Two, the front of the trailer and or the back of my tractor could hit the trailer on the other side of me, or the truck if there happened to be another truck there. So you gotta watch for that. That's a very common mistake that beginning truck drivers make. Okay, so now you can see here I'm gonna pull hard right and forward. I'm gonna stay stationary, get my steering wheel all the way to the max right setting, and then move forward. You can see the reflection of what I'm doing with my steering wheel. Okay, I'm going to stop here in a second. Okay, now my trailer is pointing a little bit in this direction. Not too hard, but between the amount of angle I have there and the offset that I have between the tractor and the trailer, I know I have that I can work with that and chase it back down on the way back in with a hard left turn. So you're going to see that. Now it's looking a lot better there. The trailer's pointing at a much, much better angle into the hole. So hard left, and then just chase it down. And I'm just going straight back into the hole from here. Okay, well, that gives you a good shot of both the front and the side views. Give it a couple of minute here, and then we're going to get to the just only side view, where so you can see the full screen taken with just a side view. It gives you a much better perspective that way. Okay, here's the side view. You can see me setting up here again, and you'll get a better view of how the trailer ended up setting up a little bit too far to the side. So I can tell by the way, I know how it's going to rotate. I know it's going to come a little heavier toward this 6517 and not so much toward this guy here, which is, you think it's fine, but and generally speaking, it is better to be too close to the one you can see than the one that you cannot see. The problem is here again, you got to keep in mind what's going on with this ICC bar. As I'm coming back into the hole again, watch both the ICC bar and my drive tires, and then also pay attention. Watch this as many times as you need to. Keeping an eye on both of these, just bouncing back and forth between these. Don't fixate on one or the other, including when you're doing the actual backing. Don't fixate on your tandems, and don't fixate on the back of your trailer or the corner of the trailer, or whatever you happen to be looking at. Also, don't ignore this part of what you're looking at. Look how far the off track is. All this is important feedback for you when you're doing the backing to get in there successfully and safely. Okay, so now coming back in here, watch how I come in here. You see me chasing it down a little bit. You can see the trailer coming, the corner of the trailer getting closer to the back of the truck. So you can tell when I'm chasing it down and when I'm letting it do its own thing. Most of this time, when you see the trailer moving away from me, so I'm going to come back up here a little bit. Okay, you see I'm coming back? Actually, okay. Okay, right here. See how the trailer's getting closer to me? That's an indication that I'm steering hard left. I'm steering harder and rotating. I'm catching the trailer faster than it is rotating itself. But as I keep coming back, see how the trailer is starting to off track a little further away? All I'm doing is taking out some or all of my left turn. I don't need to change to a right steering situation here. All I have to do is just take some of the left turn out or take all of the left turn out. No right turn needed here. The trailer will pick up its own, will get further and further away from me on its own, and as it does that, it'll pick up its rotation and slow down its rolling on its own. You don't have to help it. So again, this is one of the things we're beginning, the novice, brand new truckers constantly have problems with backing skills. Is way too much steering input and not letting the trailer do its own work. You don't have to do so much for it. Okay, so you see I'm chasing it down again. And I'm going to chase it down enough where you can't see, but you're going to see that I'm going to steer. I'm still coming back hard. Now I'm in a hard right turn. Because again, I'm trying to create the heavier articulation now because I see where my drive tires and the ICC bar are. Now with the fuller screen view, you can get a better perspective of just how far away my ICC bar is from this line right here. Let's say that's too far away. Yeah, that's going to put you at a high risk of hitting whatever's on the other side of you if you let it get too far away. So, knowing that I was probably getting really close to that trailer over there, this was the point where, I mean, before I even get to this point, really, especially if you're a brand new driver, but it's, you can never be too experienced to get out and look. So, at this point, if you're not sure, get out of the truck, get all around to the other side and see where you're at. But keep in mind how much off track you have here. The less you have, the more your trailer is going to roll, and the less it's going to rotate. The more more off track you have here, the more it'll rotate for you, and the less it'll roll. So, depending on how you're articulated there, even if you are close to this guy over here, there's a possibility if you might already have enough articulation to work with, or just a little bit short, where you can just do the same correction that you're going to see me do here. See, hard left forward. Okay, steering hard left. Now I'm coming forward. You can see that. So you can start to see more of the front of my trailer. See where my tandems are. They're staying on the line now. I don't want to get them out past the line, and especially now there's no danger of me hitting this trailer anyway, even if I keep going forward, because if you see how my tandems are right here next to the corner of the trailer. If I keep coming out of the hole, my tandems are already clear of the hole. Once the tandems are clear of the hole and I'm off tracking this way, the back of the trailer is going to track further that direction, away from this trailer, not toward it. So I'm completely safe as far as this trailer is concerned. Now as I come back, see I'm creating a little more right turn, coming backward again because I want more rotation. Again, I'm watching my ICC bar and the tandems. I want to keep them both as close to center as I can. I'm watching two different things here. I want to see the ICC bar coming back this direction, not going that way as I'm coming back. So I'm going to come back a little bit again. Okay, now watch the ICC bar closely. You see it tracking this direction here. That's a good sign. That means I'm safe. Now I'm watching. I can tell by the angle that the trailer's facing at. I'm watching the drive tires as much as I can, or at least the front, getting a feel for where the front of the trailer is. It's starting to point this way, and basically the back of the trailer towards 6517. So that's where I do the classic 4x4 technique. Just hard right, and then go forward once I'm already hard right. Okay, again, stop. See where my drive tires and my tandems, my ICC bar are. We're looking really good here. so I can chase it back down the rest of the way coming backward with the hard left turn, and then just push it straight back from here.
Okay, well, that's all I have on this recording, and I will be showing this as part of another, as a portion of a bigger, like a Walmart video that's showing how to get here from San Bernardino, basically, just a general area, and the path I take to get to the facility, or the pros and cons of the which way I go versus the way that more often than not trucks will go, and not to mention how to get into the facility, what the process is like once you're in here, things like that. And I do plan to do a lot more of these videos of that type as well, because I can say a lot of my videos cater to those of you who are newer to trucking, and especially if you're a reefer freight driver, because you're going to encounter a lot of the places that I'll encounter if you pull reefer freight. So if there's anything I can do to help with that, to give you a better expectation or a better idea on what to expect when you do get to a facility, and I do plan to do that. But anyway, that's another video that'll be coming once I'm done with actually being here, because I'm still loading. But in the meantime, I do plan to do a lot more backing videos as well for you guys, like we already talked about here. A lot of you guys who are here like to watch my backing videos, whether it's for just entertainment or learning something, it doesn't matter. But now there are, no matter how good you are, again, no matter how experienced you are, how excellent your backing skills are, how poor they are, you will have problems. You are going to have bad setups at times, and you will have difficulties. For experienced drivers especially, the big problem can be you might be tired and not in your right mental frame, and make stupid mistakes because you're tired. So don't think that only rookie drivers are going to make costly mistakes like running into somebody or having a really difficult time getting into a spot that could really be easier than it really is being made to look like. But I also, now that I also have the side view, I can give you a much better idea, better perspective on how I do setup corrections as well. So if you ever, if I have these setups where I'm set up too much to the sight side, or pretty obviously I know I'm set up too much to the sight side, or set up too much to the blind side, I can show you those kind of corrections I make before I even start to back, because I can tell right away if I'm going to like or not like what's going on so far. And if I don't like the setup, more often than not, I'm going to go ahead and pull forward and correct it, and I have a certain method to it. It's not the only way to do it, but it's going to be the way that I do it personally, and you can definitely use it effectively for yourself if you like the way I do my backings. So anyway, that's all I have. Like I say, just keep watching for more videos. If you like watching backing videos, please subscribe, like and subscribe, and watch for more. Plenty more to come. Thank you.